A Bangor hospital's website was shut down yesterday due to what they're calling a cyber incident by an outside group. On Monday, St. Joseph Hospital said their parent company, Covenant Health, was alerted to connectivity irregularities. In an effort to protect patient-provider information, they said access to data systems was immediately discontinued. This is what led to the St. Joe website being down temporarily yesterday. Covenant Health says their investigation showed these irregularities were caused by a cyber incident initiated by an outside group. They say they're engaged with outside parties to determine the details of what happened and to restore full system access as soon as possible. Right now, St. Joe's website is back up and running. Patients are encouraged to keep their appointments, and Covenant Health says it is working to provide healthcare services as normal.